Hey, it's Philly Fan 21, and I'm back with another video talking about the Philadelphia 76ers. And in this video, I'm going to be previewing the Sixers' upcoming 2-game home series versus the Boston Celtics. So before we get into the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I make content like this starting to get more often, so if you want to see more, hit the like, subscribe, and let's get into the video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some key matchups to watch during this 2-game series, and then also some things to watch and keys to winning the games. So the first matchup I want to talk about would be Ben Simmons versus Jaylen Brown. So Jason Tatum is not going to be playing, at least in the first game of this series, and I'm not sure about the second game, but my assumption would be that he doesn't. So Jaylen Brown is probably their best player aside from Jason Tatum, including Kemba Walker. I would say Jaylen Brown is a better player than Kemba Walker at this point. Jaylen Brown's a better defender. Jaylen Brown can score the ball. He can do everything pretty much on the court. He's like a toned-down version of Jason Tatum, in my opinion. He's very athletic. So what we're going to need from Ben Simmons is to defend him very well, kind of limit him offensively, try to sort of take him out of games at sometimes. And we're going to need Ben Simmons to be aggressive. We're going to need him to be more aggressive. He's going to need to score the ball more than he has to start the season. He's been a little bit disappointing. I know a lot of Sixers fans they want him out, they want him gone. I'm not quite there yet, but most Sixers fans are, and you can disagree with me, whatever. But for this specific 2-game series, we're going to need Ben Simmons to do a good job on Jaylen Brown and then also be aggressive offensively. So the second matchup I want to talk about would be Joel Embiid versus Daniel Theis. Not to say that this is a super big, super big challenging matchup for Joel Embiid, because obviously they're two completely different players. Daniel Theis isn't even in the same conversation as Joel Embiid in terms of skill, but we're going to need Joel Embiid to dominate that matchup, as he's our best player. He's been playing like an MVP to start this season. Joel Embiid will be back for this game and probably the second game as well, assuming no injuries happen. So Joel Embiid's going to need to dominate that matchup. I expect him to average 28 above on Daniel Theis. Daniel Theis can't really do anything to stop Joel Embiid. We saw last year in the playoffs, even though that was an awful series, Joel Embiid, I think, averaged over 30 points that series. So we're going to need him to dominate if we're going to be looking to win this game, and let's get into keys to winning the game. So I'm going to be talking about 3 things to watch and keys to winning the game. So the first thing I want to talk about is the return of Seth Curry. So before Seth Curry got COVID and was out, he was leading the NBA in three-point percentage, and I believe he still is at 59%. I don't expect him to shoot that well, as he has been off for, I think, 2 weeks now with the whole COVID thing. But he's back now. He's a big part of our offense, and let's look to see him score 18+. I'm not looking for, if he scores under that, it's fine, but if he can score 18+, he's always a big help, and I think we saw, especially back the first game we didn't have him against Brooklyn, that really hurt us. So let's look for Seth Curry to get back and play well and shoot the ball well and hit some threes and, do what Seth Curry does. So the next thing to talk about is Joel Embiid needs to continue to dominate. So Joel Embiid has been playing at an MVP level, and if he can dominate the matchup against Theis, like I previously talked about, that gives us a good chance at winning both of these games and further bolstering his MVP status. And Joel Embiid's going to need to carry us as far as his team can go. He's our best player. It's clear at that point. And I just think that if he dominates these 2 games, that probably means that we win both games. So that's one thing to watch. If you can't stop their best player, it's hard for you to stop that team. So if Embiid dominates, we're probably going to win both games. So that's another thing to watch. And then my final thing to watch is for Ben Simmons to be more aggressive offensively. So, like I previously talked about, he's been a little bit disappointing to start the year. Every Sixers fan that I'm seeing, all over Bleacher Report and everything, they want him gone. They want him traded. Every comment, we should trade Ben Simmons for Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, whatever. I'm not quite there yet, because I think his playmaking and defense is very, very valuable. But I do want to see him be more aggressive offensively and look for his own shot more. I think maybe part of it has to do with the new system with Doc Rivers, as I saw someone that said Doc Rivers had only introduced like a handful of the things we're going to be running throughout the season into the playoffs, and maybe those things that he's introduced is using Ben more as a playmaker, and I think they're also working with him to be more of a pure playmaker, which I don't know how I feel about that, but I would like to see Ben Simmons score the ball more. So I believe that'll happen going down the season, and he's going to have a comeback. He'll play a little bit better, and then the conversation will maybe change a little bit, maybe not completely, but just a little bit. He'll be looking maybe like what we're used to seeing from him the past 3 years. So look for Ben Simmons to score the ball more, continue taking jump shots, because I think in the last game against Memphis, he took multiple threes, and then he took a fadeaway jump shot from the post, which I like to see. I know he missed all his three-pointers, but if he just takes the shot, I'm happy. So if he continues to do that, I'll be happy, and look for him maybe hit one three-pointer. I'm going to try to call it again like I did the one time versus the Magic. I called him making a jump shot. He made 3, so maybe this will happen again because I'm calling it again. So look for that, and let's get into the score prediction. So me being a Sixers fan and being completely biased, I have the Sixers winning both of these games, which I don't think is too big of a stretch to say because their best player, Jason Tatum, is out, at least for the first game, and I'm going to just guess that he's going to be out for the second game. But if he's not, it'll be a closer game. But my score predictions are based off the assumption that he's not going to play. So for the first game, I believe it'll be not that close. It'll be 118 to about 107, 11-point win. In the second game, it'll be around 122 to 109. So I think we'll win by double digits both games, just based off the fact that I saw them get blown up by the Knicks the other day, and then our team getting back fully healthy while they still don't have their best players. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe. I do videos like this getting to be more often now. I'm enjoying it, so it's extra motivation with people supporting me. So if you want to see more videos like this, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.